Hello and welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you if you've tuned in for the first time. So I'm here with another update on Prince Harry's legal action against MGN. So on this Monday, a phone hacking case that was brought by the Duke of Sussex and other celebrities against Mirror Group newspapers MGN was overwhelmingly successful, in quotes, with demands made for the publisher to pay out nearly £2 million in costs, a court heard. Prince Harry's case against MGN remains ongoing as he presses ahead with a further 115 articles that he claims were sourced unlawfully, with decisions on costs reserved until this is determined. So last month, a judge ruled that hacking became widespread and habitual at the publisher's newspaper titles and took place to some extent even during the Leveson inquiry into press standards. Articles which were found to have been the product of hacking included those about the prince smoking cannabis at a country club and a disagreement with Prince William about whether they should meet their mothers, Diana's former butler, and several articles about his relationship with then-girlfriend Chelsea Davy. In a follow-up hearing dealing with the consequences of the ruling, the High Court heard that the group of people who sued MGN are seeking this amount, £1,967,660 toward legal costs. David Sherborne for the group said, quote, "We were the overall winners, clearly. We were overwhelmingly successful," end quote. The judge also found that MGN editors knew about voicemail interception and unlawful information gathering and added that he found it, quote, "convincing ex-Daily Mirror editor Piers Morgan had known about the activity while he was in charge of the paper." Morgan, who edited the paper from 1995 to 2004, denied that he had instructed any phone hacking and accused Prince Harry of wanting to destroy the monarchy in a scathing statement outside his home. So Harry gave a statement and said that his partially successful case against MGN was, quote, "a great day for truth as well as accountability," end quote, and called on the police to investigate the publisher of the Daily and Sunday Mirror and the People. Naming Piers Morgan, who had been an outspoken critic of the Sussexes, he said, quote, "The court has found that Mirror Group's principal board directors, their legal department, senior executives, and editors, such as Piers Morgan, knew about or were involved in these illegal activities," end quote. And went on to say, quote, "Between them, they even went as far as lying under oath to Parliament during the Leveson inquiry, to the Stock Exchange, and to us all ever since," end quote. So Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, made history, becoming the first royal in 130 years to appear in a witness box over the course of the 7-week trial, with the judge ruling that his case against MGN was proved in part only, saying this, that 15 of the 33 articles about Harry examined at trial were the product of phone hacking, of his mobile phone or the mobile phone of his associates, or the product of other unlawful information gathering. It was found that unlawful information gathering was widespread at all 3 Mirror Group titles from 1996 onward, and phone hacking became habitual from 1998 and was continued until as late as 2011. In his 386-page judgment, he said, quote, "The Duke has been one of the most important storylines in town for much of his life and remains so. The idea that MGN carefully eschewed in his case what had become a primary journalistic tool which it otherwise used on a widespread and habitual basis is unconvincing," end quote. The unlawful activity was concealed from Parliament, shareholders, and the public, as well as the board overseeing MGN. In the hearing on Monday, the High Court heard that there are a further 115 articles in his claim and that decisions about the cost in his case would be reserved until the rest of his claim was determined. Mr. Sherborne said in written submissions, quote, "Although the Duke is certainly prepared to attempt to resolve the remainder of his claim through agreement, it is necessary to list the trial of the remainder of his claim as soon as it is practicable," end quote. So Prince Harry's case was heard alongside similar claims brought by the actor Michael Turner, who is most famous for playing Kevin Webster in Coronation Street, and actress Nikki Sanderson and Fiona Whitman, the ex-wife of comedian Paul Whitehouse. Claims brought by Ms. Sanderson and Ms. Whitman were dismissed by Mr. Justice Fancourt because they were made too late, despite the judge finding that some of their complaints were proved. And Michael Turner was awarded a total of £31,650 in damages after the judge ruled his phone hacking and unlawful information gathering case was proved only to a limited extent. On Monday, Mr. Sherborne said that there were 100 live claims against the publisher. However, MGN lawyers told the court that about 75% of these could be found to have been brought too late. And MGN largely contested the claims and denied that any newspaper articles complained of resulted from phone hacking, while contending that the vast majority did not arise from any other unlawful activity. And as we know, last year with the first judgment, an MGN spokesperson said, quote, "We welcome December's judgment that gave the business the necessary clarity to move forward from events that took place many years ago. Where historical wrongdoings took place, we apologize unreservedly, have taken full responsibility and paid compensation," end quote. So that's a quick update, and I covered much of this case last year, so if you want to get in depth on Prince Harry's claims, click the links in the cards and at the end screen. So basically, we have it here. The lawyer for Prince Harry, Mr. Sherborne, has asked a judge on Monday to order the publisher of the Daily Mirror tabloid to pay nearly £2 million, and that's about $2.5 million, for a portion of the legal fees spent to prove that MGN invaded his privacy by hacking his phone and using unlawful means to dig up information on him. And that would be fantastic because we know Prince Harry was already awarded £140,000, which is about $178,000 in damages in December last year, after the judge found that the phone hacking was, quote, "widespread and habitual," in quotes, at Mirror newspapers, and executives at the papers covered it up. And even though the award he was given last year, which is a significant amount, quite humongous, still was a fraction of the sum he sought, it did represent a major victory in his legal actions against British tabloid media for these unlawful practices. So this is one of several cases he has pending against tabloid publishers, and we are still hoping for Prince Harry to get this victory. We know how he spoke and opened up very emotionally about how they had impacted him growing up, leading him to have a sense of paranoia and mistrust, and what it did to him. It was very alienating to him in his formative years, as he had to contend with very personal details somehow being front page news. So I think this is right, and a lot of you online, even those who are not necessarily in the Sussex camp, have tipped your hat to Prince Harry and saluted him on this in his legal action against these tabloids. So let's see what comes up. We have more trials against publishers of The Sun and the Daily Mail over the same allegations of unlawful information gathering. So let's see what happens. Let's pray for him to get the victory, and of course to get that huge sum awarded to him. And of course we salute Harry. He did not go for a settlement offered behind closed doors. He chose to take this on the world stage, where at this trial he could highlight what he had gone through, and of course now he should get the costs covered for his legal team for what they had to do to get up to that point. And I'm just happy to see that Mr. Sherborne and the team are quite confident about this. And again, the attorney David Sherborne has asked that a trial be scheduled to take up the remaining 115 articles. And it's interesting that Mirror also indicated in court papers that it made a settlement offer to Harry that could not be disclosed. So once all those claims are resolved, Harry will be able to seek those additional lawyers' fees. So this is an update for you all. Respect to Harry for taking on the British tabloids for these unlawful and unethical practices that they used to get information on him, not only on him, on other celebrities, politicians. Prince Harry did say that this was accountability, not only for him, but it would also be raising a standard for the people of the UK. So share your thoughts on this in the comment section below. As always, before we log off, allow me to thank those of you who support this channel financially and shout you out by name. A very special thank you to you. Patricia Benjamin, thank you so much. I'm so happy and blessed to have you in my life and accompanying me here on this YouTube journey. Thank you for the love you've shown. I appreciate you. Thank you as well to Henrietta Palmer. I truly appreciate you for thinking of me, and I'm so grateful to God for you. I pray for God to bless you and yours. Thank you. You mean so much to me. And a very special thank you to you, Bernadine Robson. Thank you for being a blessing time and time again. I do not take that for granted at all. May God bless you and yours. I truly appreciate you. And now, a very special thank you to those of you who gave during the last live. A very special thank you to you. Olivia Johnson, you have been such a long-time supporter of this channel. Thank you, thank you. You absolutely warm my heart. I truly appreciate you. Thank you for the love and support that you've shown me. May God bless you. I love you. Thank you as well to Helen Cole. Thank you for giving yet again. I see you and I appreciate that, and I appreciate you so much. You are making such a difference here, and you are such a blessing to me and to this channel. Thank you, thank you. So once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially. I truly appreciate you all, and I'm so moved by your generosity. Thank you. And thank you all for watching. If you liked this update, give it a thumbs up, click that subscribe button. It truly helps out the channel. And also follow on Twitter or X. Let's grow the channel over there as well. Thank you all for watching, and keep it here for more updates, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.